Hello, my name is Emily Rutherford, and this is my presentation on the American Constitution in our lives. So, how does the United States Constitution affect us on a day-to-day basis? The United States Constitution is currently the oldest written national constitution in effect, and it guarantees every American the fundamental rights to life, liberty, and property. On this slide in front of you, I have included a picture of all the amendments to the Constitution. They're summarized or synthesized a little bit to make it easier to understand what each one does, but I also wrote down some of the ones that pertain most to life, liberty, and property, in my opinion, such as the right to bear arms, the right to your own person, so no involuntary servitude, the right to freedom of speech, private property, and the right to vote. These all inherently affect all three of those topics based on different things and different regulations set forth in the Constitution. Moving on, does the Constitution need to be amended? So, according to one of the founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, in a letter he wrote to James Madison prior to the Constitutional Convention and the ratification of the Constitution, he said, "Provided in our Constitution for its revision at stated periods, each generation should have solemn opportunity to update the Constitution every 19 or 20 years. Again, that was a Thomas Jefferson quote. So at least some of the founding fathers were of the belief that we should rewrite the Constitution every 20 years. Nowadays, this would be a logistical nightmare due to the bias in the two-party system, which often results in government stacked to one political side. This would be unfair because each party has their own biases on which laws and regulations should be in effect. But the Constitution is currently quite antiquated because it is, again, the oldest written national constitution in effect. Should it be completely rewritten? No, some of the laws in it are quite necessary, but specifically in Article 3 of the Constitution, I believe there should be some revisions specifically to the amount of time a judge can hold. So the Constitution specifically says the judges both of Supreme and inferior courts shall hold their offices during good behavior. So that means that they can hold their offices for basically from the point of appointment I think appointment is the right word. So basically they can hold their offices from their mid-40s whenever a president feels that they have qualified and they can be approved until the point of their death. A lot of judges have died on the court, and there are some other revisions that I believe should happen, but does the United States Constitution need to be amended to be more modern? In my opinion, yes. And what amendments should be made? I believe I went over that in the last slide, but that is my presentation on the American Constitution in our lives. And again, I am Emily Rutherford from Northwood University. Thank you very much.